concept of having limiting beliefs and how that affects different areas of our lives. We talked earlier about writing your goals and how to write your goals in a way that is effective. We talked about the I am, right?
Yeah, I am now.
So I am now X. So what I want to bring the two of these points together. So when you have the I am now in terms of what you want to create, there's also an I am format going on with limiting beliefs. If you look at your life will be a product, your life is a product of whatever you spend the most time thinking about.
Okay.
So whatever you're currently telling yourself about yourself is what your life is a reflection of. So when you get up in the morning, if you tell yourself, I'm fat, I'm lonely, I'm broke, I'm sad, I don't like it here, I don't have a nice home, I don't have nice clothes, I don't have a good job, whatever it is you tell yourself from the moment you begin to come into awareness of self in the morning is what we call the I am formula. So the I am formula is what creates the results in your life. So I am now beautiful, wonderful, blessed, creative, powerful, sexy, wealthy, whatever it is. I remember I met this woman one time and we introduced ourselves. I shook her hand and I said, it's really lovely to meet you, how are you? And she goes, I am blessed. And I'm like, yeah, I like this woman. So the whole I am, whatever, I am yourself into reality, basically. So I am young, I am vibrant, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am perfect. My favorite ones are I am perfect, I am whole, I am complete, I am strong, I am powerful, I am harmonious, I am loving, I am happy. And if you espouse that to yourself as a mantra, every day, all day, you become those things. And the interesting point about that particular combination of predicates is they are a whole combination. So do you want to write it down? Because then you're creating wholeness within yourself. There's a story, if you've done any study on how the mind works, there's a really great manuscript called The Master Key. And in The Master Key, it talks about this fellow that was a boy that was like he was deformed. His bones, his joints weren't growing properly. His mother took him to the doctor, and the doctor basically said, look, this is it. This is all your kid's going to be. So, you know, don't expect anything more than this. Nothing burns me up more than a health professional or a doctor saying this is all you're going to be. Like, what are we, God? When we tell someone that you only have this much time to live, I don't think so. And the sad thing is a lot of people buy into it. And they accept it as being their truth. And it's not. It's an opinion. It's just an opinion. And you can call it facts, you can call it whatever you want, but at the end of the day, facts are just a compilation of lots of opinions that are the same. And that's what makes up a fact. So when someone says, you can only live this long, I have to say, based on who? Who died and made you God? You know, there's just no sense in that to me. You get to decide. Or it's up to you. You know that saying, if it's meant to be, it's up to me? So when I hear someone say, it just wasn't meant to be, I'm like, who said? If it's meant to be, it's up to me. So if it wasn't meant to be, then you just weren't committed to it. You just weren't focused on it. You just weren't I-aming yourself in the appropriate way to have that come to fruition. So We get in our lives what we think about most of the time. Whether it's conscious or unconscious is irrelevant. I can guarantee you, you can look at your life and you can say, where I am is obviously what I've been focusing on. Who I am is what I've been focusing on. So if you get up in the morning and you say to yourself, oh my God, look at all my flaws. Oh my gosh, look at all my latest lines and creases on my face. Oh my gosh, look at my thin hair. You know, whatever you wake up in the morning and you say to yourself is what you become. Because we can't focus on something and not have it come to us. It's a universal law. I am that will I am. So I am that which I am. I am that what I will myself to be. So will yourself to be what you want to be instead of what you don't want to be. Change your thinking and you'll change your life. So instead of getting up in the morning and saying, I am too old, get up in the morning and say, I am young, vibrant, and whatever you want to say, alive. Instead of getting up in the morning and saying, I'm lonely, get up in the morning and thank the universe for all the amazing friends and relationships you have. Instead of getting up in the morning and saying, I don't have any money, you get up in the morning and you say thank you for all the amazing projects and opportunities that come in this week, providing you with instant money. So start thanking and I am-ing yourself into existence. You already are anyway. It's just that you may not be getting the results that you want to get. So it's time to get the results that you want. And in order to do that, you have to I am yourself into those results. They're not going to come from commiserating. You know, like the client I said to him, you can't browbeat yourself into success. It's two different vibrations. You can't beat yourself up for not being good enough and expect yourself to shine. You know, if you took a little toddler, some of you can relate to this because you have kids. If you took a little toddler and the little toddler was just learning how to walk and every time he or she fell down, would you admonish them? Scold them? Tell them how bad they are? Of course not. So why do you do that to yourself? Be kind, be gentle, be loving, and I am yourself into your new existence. Because the future's not formed yet. The future's based on right here, right now. Whatever you decide to be right here and right now is what tomorrow will bring. And if you've had decades of browbeating yourself and degrading yourself, you got some work to do. Because it's going to take a minute. You know, if there's something's going backwards, it takes a minute to slow down the backwards haul to get to a point of stopping to begin the frontwards haul. So it's going to take a minute. So you want to ramp up how much you I am yourself into existence consciously. Now when you pair conscious incompetence, stage 2 consciousness, where you go, wait a minute, there's just things I haven't been doing that I need to do. Now you have to literally discipline yourself to do them. So this is a discipline. It's a choice. It's a lifestyle. It's not something you do once. You don't go to the gym once and do dumbbell curls and expect biceps to pop out of your arms. It's not going to happen. Right? You don't go to the gym and do squats once and expect the cut in the sweep of your thigh to pop when you walk. It's not going to happen. It's a discipline. It's consistency. It's every day, all the time. And the more you do it, the more you build up the neurology for it. And once you build up the neurology for it, you start to become conscious competent and you become unconscious competent to the point where now you've created a whole new framework, a whole new shift for yourself. So the I am formula is the key to recreating yourself. And since we're hardwired to regenerate as just part of who we are as human beings, you can regenerate your body, your health, your wealth, your relationships, your eyesight through the I am formula. You can I am yourself into longevity. You can I am yourself into homeostasis. You can I am yourself into a long-term loving relationship. Decide what it is and then keep affirming it, regardless what the negativity comes in and says that's contrary to it. And if you come across anybody that tells you that what you're doing isn't going to work, have them step aside. There's not room for them in your life. There's no room for buzzkills, killjoys, or naysayers. It's like, I'm sorry. You go entertain yourself somewhere else because you're not doing it in my world. Because basically what they're doing is they're just doing a dump. You know, it's like backing up with the dump truck full of baggage and negativity and dropping it off. And then they feel good for a few minutes because they've dumped it on you and they've left and now you're stuck with it. But the problem with that is when you I am yourself into negativity, it self-perpetuates just as much as when you I am yourself into positivity. So if you have people in your life that are coming along and dropping off their negativity, just send them packing. You can love them from a distance. You know, we'll catch up in a few years when you've turned your life around. I won't forget about you, right? Okay? So what I'd like you to write now is, I am perfect. I am perfect. I am whole. I am complete. I am strong. I am powerful. I am harmonious. I am loving. And I am happy. And that's your new mantra. I am that into your life. Right? Okay, so let's get on to the swish pad.